While freedom of speech is essential for the overall growth of the society and fellow citizens, it may have certain negative implications to many people misuse this freedom. We need to exercise freedom of speech with caution and responsibility. Internet has augmented the freedom of speech and expression. The advent of social media platforms has furthered it all the more. People these days are eager to give their views on anything and everything, whether they have knowledge about the same or not. They write hateful comments without caring if they are hurting someone's feelings or intruding in someone's personal space. This can certainly be termed as the misuse of this freedom and must be stopped. Another area where freedom of speech has a major role is press and media. In India, the media have played a historical role in providing information to the people about social and economic evils. The media have informed the people about the tremendous poverty in the country, the suicide of farmers in various states, etc. However, the media have also a great responsibility to see that the news they present are accurate and serve the interest of the people. If the media convey false news that may harm the reputation of a person or a section of society, it may do great damage since reputation is valuable asset for a person. Hence, the media should take care to carefully investigate any news item before reporting it. Para, there is no such thing as absolute free speech. There is always a line that must not be crossed. It is a democratic ideal that every citizen is free to express his oblique her views and thus influence his her country and even the world. Free speech is about our opinions. We have right to say what we want. However, freedom of information is also an important part of free speech. Some religious leaders with vested interest and ulterior motives misuse the right to free speech, so misguide and influence masses. Spreading wrong information is against free speech because misinformation affects the society adversely. However, one need to be aware enough to sift the truth from false sides. People have every right to disagree with rationalists, nationalists, and religious zealots and fundamentalists. Debate and protest and civilized ways to prevent the misuse of freedom of speech. Supreme Court of India has held section 66A of IT Act. According to this, any person who sends offensive messages through communication services by means of a communication device or a computer is liable for punishment. Every country must provide freedom of speech and expression to its citizens. Freedom of speech empowers the people to share their ideas and bring out positive changes in the society. However, it should be used to strengthen the democracy and also question its stakeholders. Citizens should preserve and use this right responsibly. In 1947, Gandhiji had said religion is the personal affair of each individual. It must not be mixed up with politics or national affairs. The foundation of secularism is its separation of religion from state. The relation between nation, state, and religion is very old. Secularism ensures the non-interference of state in the private religious affairs, and at the same time state has no religion. Law and the constitution are above the religion, and citizens are treated equally despite their personal faith in their respective religions. Although secularism separates religion from the state, but it does not mean that state is against the region or religion has no role in nation building. It simply means that state shall never give special treatment to any particular region and not force its citizens to accept any particular religion. A group or individuals should neither be deprived nor given privilege because of their faith and non-faith for any particular religion. The definition and also the way of implementation of secularism can be changed from one nation to another. The present form of secularism has evolved through long history. Indian evolution of secularism is different from the West. Secularism is the principle of separating government institutions and representatives of state from religious dignities and institutions. Secularism in India relates to the equal treatment by state to all religions. India is a very diverse nation where many religions are practiced, and also India is birthplace of religions like Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism, and many more. Unlike Western countries where religion is totally different from state, India has always treated all religions equally. In case of religious minorities in India, the constitution provides special provision to preserve the culture, language, and their practices, and minority institutions under the fundamental rights. In Indian society, the role of religion is different from that in West. Religion is a way of life for most of the Indians, and all the religious practices of Indian civilization are said to be based on some scientific approach through where was some sort of spirituality in religious faiths, but the dominating feature remained materialistic. This is why the Indian society cannot be separated from religion. In the medieval history, only few examples are found of non-secularism like jizya, but it was also abolished and reimposed by different rulers during Mughal period. Akbar made matrimonial alliance with other Hindu rulers. In the Mughal court, there were many notable Hindu scholars and persons of eminence known as Navratans or Nine Gems, and even the most of officials were Hindu. Akbar's Ibadat Khana or house of worship and Deen-e-Ilahi or religion of God focused on reconciling the differences that divided the subjects of king. The term secular was not mentioned originally in the constitution.
Like, comment, and subscribe.